Welcome one, welcome all. That was dumb. Welcome everybody to live stream number 77. You know me, I'm your host Mike here at Filmboy24. I am going to turn my attention to the chat screen and see who's here. That's my best Jim Carrey. Just what gives here, Missy. All right, who we got? Radios is here. Radios, really quick. I sent all your films back. I'm just curious if you received them. Barry's here. On time. Greetings all. There's Jeffrey. Steven's here. Hey, Steven. And we have Lyle in the house. Let's go. Eric Matheson is here. Hey, Eric. We are going to see some delicious photos today from Eric. Let's see who else is here. Limelight's here. Limelight, I just saw your comment. I did get your photos. Everything is good. The funny thing is, I thought I responded to your email, and then I looked and realized that I didn't. So I apologize. I do have all your photos. They're good to go. I cropped them a tiny bit, just barely, like, you know, a pixel on each side, and cleaned it up just a touch. I think they were yours yeah, yours. Wait, no, I do have your photos. Yes, I do. I'm getting all these medium format photos kind of confused now, you know, getting them all mixed together. Let's see, Yellow, Flying O, Mike is here, made it on time for one. Yeah, I know, what are you doing here already? Hey, Matthew, how are you, buddy? Matthew's got some pretty cool things in the pipeline right now. Matthew and I did a little in IG, what do the kids say, IG chat. I slid into his DMs. Well, that sounds weird, but we were chatting a bit. He's got some fun things coming. Only bought one camera this week. Only one. I sent a camera back this week. Guys, I hated to do it, but I did have to send my Bronica back. It's just, I didn't want to battle back and forth with chasing the injury to it. So I decided best to just send it back. The camera store is very gracious. They sent a shipping label and everything, and they should have it by now. So hit like as you enter the party. Thank you, Mike. Super Cine is here. Evening. Good to see you. There's Angus McNaughton. How are you, my friend? Hey, Jack's here. Hey, Jack. Silver Horse. Mike says, Angus, got your email? I'll reply after all of this is over. I'm your savior. You can wait until this is over. Presente. Did I say that? Did I roll my R properly? Presente is Travis. Travis and I had some fun last week. We met a new friend. We shot a little bit of film. Let's see, who's this? Autisma. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Autisma Films. Fritz Robinson is here. It is a pleasure to have you in the chat, my friend. Thank you for joining. Must be fixing the coffee. Well, I'm here now. See how far behind I am on the old chat? Hello, all you Filmboy24 fans from sunny Mesa, Arizona. Here in Central Florida, we are at 69 degrees and mostly sunny. Settle down. It's a temperature. Yeah, let's all welcome Fritz to the chat. Let's see. Radio. Oh, there it goes. I just lost it. I lost the chat. Okay, radio says, I was listening to ham radio. Again, people getting into slap fights and calling each other little turd. No, Bonnie. I know. Bonnie's usually on me for being late, and I don't see her in the chat yet. Bummer. Bonnie, where are you? I used to have a CB radio. Love picking up truck drivers. Breaker 19. I'm in my living room. Over. I want an even bigger and stronger radio now. It's so addicting. I can imagine every time you get something, like even with cameras, you just got to have the next better one. I'm talking to my wife today. We're going to start making some different videos. I want to get outside my office more, and she wants to video me outside in different places, shooting films and talking about films and stuff. So I told her I may have to invest in a better or different camera to shoot those with. So that might be coming, because you always got to have something a little bit better, right? How big pot of coffee is Filmboy? Oh, I'm still behind. I'm here now. My dad used to be a ham radio operator, but it's turned into a CB band now. Anybody can get a license. Back then, you had to take a test. That was pretty tough. Yeah, I know a couple people that are the amateur ham radio club people. All I got was another 620. What are you talking about? Another 620. Radios, I sent all your film back. I sent your 2 rolls of 16 millimeter along with your 620 film that I developed, all in a padded envelope. I sent my photos yesterday via email. Did you get them? Yes, Limelight. See how far behind I am in the chat? Oh, another 620 Kodak coming from eBay. I got them. You got them back. Good. Brownie Starmite Flash 20 thing. Teachers tried to put me on Ritalin in 1995 for trying to imitate Jim Carrey in class. I resisted the tyranny and oppression of elementary school. Yes, Limelight, we are good. I have all your photos. All good to go. We are going to see some photos. Before I continue on this chat that I am so far behind on, let me touch on what we're going to cover today, because we have some goodies for you, okay? I made a members only post. Sorry, that the benefits of being a member. You get members only posts occasionally. So I shot, there it goes. I shot a roll of film last Monday with Travis Tobin. You see him there. We went down to downtown Daytona Beach in Florida here, and I shot this roll of film. Can you see that? That is Kodachrome 40, or K40 as it's known in many circles. And you're going to see the expiration or process before date, because I don't believe film ever expires. I just think it sort of gets, well, rougher with age. Expiration, January of 1970. Excuse me. January of 1978. Who are we getting with me now? There's Mr. James Cahill. Whoa, I'm sorry. What am I doing here? I'll get with you in 1 minute, James. Jim. And here it is. I shot it. I did a test strip because I shot the roll with Travis, and we have a new friend, Ren. We'll call her Ren. Really sweet girl that we met. She's in the Orlando area. Very artistic young lady. You're not going to be able to see this, but if you remember, you have seen it already, because I posted this strip of film for members only in my community tab. So here's the film, because I did that test strip in HC 110B black and white, and I'm going to tell you in 1 second, because you guys already know, but there's the film. I don't want to unwind it too much because I'm trying to get figured out how to overcome some of my drying issues with dust and debris getting on my film, and this one came out pretty good. So this is a roll of film that was sent to me by my buddy Fred. Fred worked for Kodak for 39 years, and it was purchased or given, Kodak given to an employee in 1976, I believe. This roll of film was manufactured in 1976. It was given to an employee. The employee had it at home in his freezer until about 1996, so for about 20 years. At that point, he sent it back to Kodak, or brought it back to Kodak, where they took the film in, and they then stored it in their freezer for another 20 years, right? No, another 30 years. Well, Fred, who was kind of following along, I was doing some tests for Kodak and whatnot, so he thought it might be wise to send it to me, since he knows that I really dabble in all this stuff and old films and things. So he sent me this and a roll of Ektachrome 160, the original Ektachrome 160, and it was also had a process before date. I think it's 79. Films, 50 years old. 50 years old, almost, 49. Frozen their entire life. So it begged the question, would it come out completely fogged? Completely fogged, like some Kodak, some Kodachrome. This, we're going to get to in a second. This is a roll of K40. from 3 months prior. This one was manufactured 3 months before this one. So my wife and I are going to go shoot this roll tomorrow. And I'm going to process this. I'm going to shoot it at box speed, which is what I did with this. Box speed, 18 frames per second, 514 XL, Canon. I'm going to do the exact same thing with this one, which is as close as I can get to the dates, right? Because I believe this one would have been manufactured in 76 as well, because it was about 18 months. So we're going to shoot this one that was not stored optimally. This was probably in someone's garage for 50 years. I don't know. I can't even remember where I got it. And then I'm going to process that one the same way I did this one, where I'm going to do my best with it. And then we're going to show, I'm going to make a video, and we're going to compare the results. Now, with that said, it has its privileges. Members, my spraders, you guys will see this film in its entirety directly after this live stream is over. It's already been uploaded to YouTube. It's sitting there waiting for me to hit the publish button, which I'm going to do as soon as this live stream is over. So this complete film, without my babbling, will be live for my members only right when this stream is over. Okay. That's what I wanted to talk about for a minute with the Kodachrome. I'm beyond excited about this. I even emailed Fred a couple nights ago, and we reconnected. Again, he's retired from Kodak, and we had a really fun, and he emailed me back, and he's telling me about some projects he's got and things, and I need to get back with him, but he's such a good guy, and he was so excited that I was finally getting around to doing it. He sent it to me, like, I think in 2022, maybe, and it's been in my freezer ever since. So, guys, I know I missed a bunch of chats, and you guys know I hate doing that, so I'm going to skim through real quick. Heads up, developing. Lyle says, hey guys, heads up. Film developing cookbook, 20% off. I have both of them. I have a couple. There's the darkroom cookbook. Right there. Can you guys see that? And then I do have another one that's really a good one. But it's here somewhere. There it is. The film developing cookbook. 20% off. That's a good deal because those aren't cheap. Steven says, I see you also go heavy on the creamer in your coffee. I do. Oh, Earl Grey tea, now steaming. Woohoo! Hey, Rich, good afternoon, buddy. Good to see you. Yes, resist. Managed to get, Super City, managed to get a great bargain this week. A boxed UMIG Mini 5 with a macro kit, all for about 40 US dollars. I always get those confused. Is that pounds or euros? Seems to work great. I'm just terrible. Hey, Julian's here. Hey, buddy, how are you? From France. Old radios, that's right. Flash bulbs, clean the contacts. Oh, that implied gray camera. That imperial gray camera. I got one. Okay, so I lost everybody here. Let's see. Finally above single-digit temperatures here. Woohoo! Hey, Sprocket's here. Good Efster Morn. Fixing Kodachrome 40 from 1985 as we speak. Good man. IOM is here. How are you, buddy? Dave Knop is here. Is that the super coffee in the steel thermos? Is that the super coffee in the steel thermos? No. This is actually water. Hear the ice? And my wife had this made. My wife, for, I don't know, on my birthday, I think, years ago. She asked my girls, she says, what do you want me to get printed on Daddy's cup for him? And they put, Daddy, you rock. This is just water. Whenever I do my streams, I always lose my voice. So I got to keep drinking water. Good to see you, Dave. I have a few hundred of all sorts. Great for scaring the kids and pets. Oh, I love it. I finally made it through this hell of a cold week. All right, you hang in there. It's not really that cold here right now. Zuzu is here in the house. I got over my film failure. I bought Mitchell R16. Oh, man. You did not get a Mitchell R16. So Jeffrey sent me an email. My wife is going. She's going to get her hair colored. Bye, honey. I love you. So 8 minutes late. There's Bonnie. So Jeffrey and I emailed back and forth a little bit. Jeffrey had some issues with the film that I'd sent him. So Jeffrey... let me make sure I got this right. Jeffrey had 120 film. So I'm going to lean towards probably it was a film issue. So his photos didn't come out. He sent them to a lab. They just didn't come out. So I offered him another roll of film. He respectfully said, let me sit this one out. I'm going to be like you and just look at these photos that other people produce. That's going to happen from time to time. We're all shooting this really old expired film. So bummer for Jeffrey and for all of us because he's very creative. But we're not going to have any medium format from Jeffrey in this particular project, but he is raring to go for our future projects. Lyndon's here. Good afternoon, evening. Whoa, shame on you, Bonnie. Bonnie is here. I'll be away for 10 minutes washing off. You go wash Fixer. Zuzu is Zulian. Zulian is from... Zulian sells Super 8 cameras in France. Hey, Living Naughty is here. Good afternoon, broski. That's my brother, guys. Fred is a great guy. Fred is a fabulous guy, Jim. And I've been dealing with Fred for a few years now. And yes, he is... he's just a quality person. And let me tell you, he was partially responsible for the edge coding charts that we have today to be able to date this film. I have spices in my cupboard from 2005. Ooh, dare to compare. Sweet. No babbling. No babbling in this one. There it is. Look at Lyle. I love all those good morning afternoon names everywhere. Cost me $15. Jeez, more membership perks. Woohoo! I want to do a stream. You guys want to do a little live stream, a members only stream? I'd like to do it when most of the people are able to visit, so that would be kind of cool. Oh, let's see. Angus McNaughton says, I got a weird GP3 100/620 film from AliExpress for around $7 a roll. I'm curious to see how that turns out, Angus. Any of those weird, like vanity type films, it's always interesting to see what comes of them. Film Photography Project has a lot of those, the monster films that always give some funky, vibes. I just wanted to buy a camera and I want to take more 620 pics inside. You got to get a lot of light going on there, radios. You know that. Hey, who's this? Vintage Vibe Media. Hey, thank you for popping in. Hello from Osteen, Florida. Not too far from me. Hello there. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Why not respool 120 onto your 620 spool? It's tedious, but saves a lot of money. Well, yeah, a lot of money. And I don't think, do they still make 620 film? I only want to get Kodak because Mike works with Kodak. I do love Kodak. I'm sorry. I'm sort of a Kodak junkie. I was really worried about shooting on Ektachrome for part of the doc I'm working on, but damn, it turned out amazing. I can't wait to see what you got, Matthew. Matthew, I wasn't going to say anything, but Matthew just said doc, so... Matthew's, my nose, my nose itches when I sit down here. No, it's not that kind of itches, like sneezy itch. Matthew's working on a documentary, but if he wants to talk about it, he can. When it's all finished, if he wants to talk about it or show it or do whatever, we'll talk about that as well. But a Super 8 fun little project that I like Matthew a lot, so we're always up for helping him with that. Zuzu, that sounds familiar. Zulian. Zulian's with Back to Super 8. He's a great guy. He sells a lot of Super 8 cameras in France. If you're in the market for one, he guarantees them. He's just a solid person. I had an issue with the one I bought him, and it instantly took care of it. Instantly. I'm in Florida. He's in France. Maybe it's because we're both Fs. I don't know, but he worked. It was not an issue. 75 degrees here in Mesa. That's decent, Jim. No black bags, sadly. I'd get my 120 camera out anyway. Steven says, old radios, I just ordered a changing bag yesterday. Finally, normally I just get in the closet cupboard. That's a good way to do it, though, Steven. Just hide in a closet, close the door. You better lock it if you got anybody that can sneak in, I have a couple changing bags that I had to get used to for years, but I have a blacked out bathroom in there now that I do everything in. Unofficially work for Fujifilm. I unofficially. You do love your Fujifilm, don't you, Travis? Sprocket's working on another masterpiece. I can't wait to see what Sprocket comes up with next. Guys, if you did not get inspired by Sprocket's film from a couple weeks ago, you're just not with me. You're not with me. There's no excuse, right, to not make a fun narrative film, short film. He did it with nothing. Well, he had a couple things, but man, the talent level. Travis, work for hours to play. Hey, Jason McCam, howdy everyone. Question, have you tried anamorphic projector lenses on 16mm film cameras like the K3 or Arri? I have not personally tried that, but it sounds really cool. If anybody has tried that, the only people that I could imagine may have tried that would be somebody like Mike, like Flying O maybe, or maybe Barry. I have not personally done that. And I don't have an anamorphic projector lens, but that's a good idea. And then, have you tried that, Jason? Really warming up here in Denver, 60s this week, so I plan to use the 127 film you sent. Thanks again. All right, Rich, get out and shoot it. Hogan's photo and video. Please try and get them back in the film game. Wouldn't that be nice to get Fuji back involved? 35 mil and whatnot. How about a member Zoom? I mean, I could, yeah, but I think that's not a bad idea. I just don't know if everybody's comfortable with, you know, showing their face, I guess. But I'm down. You know, I'm so open to whatever you guys want to do as members. I'm just thankful you guys are here. As soon as I get upside right on my Affirm loans, I'll join the Extra Cool People Club. No pressure, people. None. If you want to get involved in the members only stuff, please do. If you cannot or don't, you better still come back because I want you here. You're all equal in my eyes. Oh. Hey, Gorilla's here. Hey, guys. Hello from Gorilla. First rolls on my photo website. One of my Jan 2025 Frugal Film Project rolls. I know that's a neat website. I'll have to get it posted so people can see it. Because you can't post links in the chat, but I had to turn that off because people were putting porn links in my... 32 watching, only 15 likes. Come on. Hey, Mike Rook is here. Hey, Mike. Good to see you, bud. Any international events to mark 60 years of Super 8? I don't know. Not that I know of. Booyoo 6008, please. I have one right here. Booyoo 6008, please. Ta-da! Love this camera. It's got film in it right now. Took my roll of Tri-X in it right now that I need to finish. Yes, it is, Jim Cahill. Jim Cahill's one of the reasons why I eventually got one, just because he's talked about them so much. I'm down for any members thing. I'm retired, so anytime works. Good girl, yeah. You're a good girl. No, I'm not. Doesn't put the lotion on. Oh, boy. I got to steer things back in the right direction. All right, let's see where we're at. Bonnie, by the way, any tips for developing the film from the IMO camera that I got last week? Also, I did a burn test, and it's probably not nitrate and more like safety film. Well, that's good. Safety film came about, I don't know. I know I'm going to get it wrong, but it a long time ago. Was it in the 40s, safety film? 30s? Been around a long time. Kowa 2X, Barry has. Is it Kowa or Kawa? I wrote a nasty letter to Fujifilm America in 2019, and I have been snubbed ever since. But the film stock seem always magnet to me, like moths to a porch light. It does sound like a great idea, Mike, to use an anamorphic projector lens on a 16mm camera. I don't know. It sounds fun. I still want to use my K3 Super 16 for some close-up work with the extension tubes. If I think my clipper is gooped up, you can turn off the camera in Zoom. Oh, you can? Okay. I'm open for Zoom if you're not afraid of my looks breaking your screens. No. Lovely. I love this camera. My wife and I took it out a couple weeks ago down on the beach side. Shot down around the piers and things like that with it. And it came out decent. A lot of the ocean and stuff. Say film was in the 20s. Okay, so it was even earlier. I think you're right. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you're right. Single 8, something. Vintage Vibe Media says, I rarely see them spoken of, but the Boyu R16 they're fantastic cameras. I had one, and I wish I never got rid of it. I really want another R16. I loved them. I love the fact that the right model, you know, with the 200-foot magazines, I have a lot of rolls of 200-foot rolls of 16mm plus X that I want to use. And I know I can use them in my 400-foot mags in my Aeroflex, or in my CP16, but I don't know. There's something about having that nostalgic Mickey Mouse ear looking 200-foot magazine on an R16 that I miss. I really miss it. Jason says, I'm working on modifying a K3 to Super 16 and modifying an ISCO projector lens. It's kind of a big 70mm rear to adapter. Ref camera has adapter rings. Maybe smaller, better? Whew. I don't know, Jason. But I'm dying to know how it works out for you. I really am. Yeah, I've never done anything like now. I did convert my K3 to Super 16, but I've never delved as deep as you're going there with the lenses and adapters. I have used different lenses with different adapters on my Bolex H16s and stuff like that, but I mean, what you're doing sounds like something we all need to know about. Angus, hey, we could Zoom and all use anamorphic lenses on our webcams. There you go. How about a member subreddit? Ooh. Again, not a bad idea. A Boyu is the last Super 8 camera on my list. Yeah, I've wanted one of these since, I would say, the late 80s. One of these. A 6008 or a 7008, and I never got one until now. I've had this one about, I don't know, 6 months. The spring-wound Boyu R16 and another with wonky finder. Mine was a motor driven. Sadly, I never used it. I mean, I just never put film. It was a long time ago. It was 25 years ago, but. I have a working Fuji single 8 camera around here somewhere. Who wants to load fresh Kodak Super 8 in the sink? I'm doing that. I'm going to try that, Angus. I have a Fuji single 8 camera, and I have a bunch of single 8 cartridges. And I did snip. So there's loose ends, snugged on the ends that I might wind in. I don't know. I might try that. I've heard. I don't think you could get 50 feet on it because Super 8 film's a little thicker than single 8. The base was different, but I know you could get at least 35-40 feet on there. 16, but I have neither a battery, magazine, or magazine cover, so I sadly can't use it. Oh, you have a parts camera. It has some. Oh, the 7008 has some issues. Travis says, I'm pretty sure with my old correspondence and my opinionated critique of current and past CEOs that Fujifilm and Polaroid Originals have me on the blackball list of photographers. You're on the no-fly list, aren't you? Let me put this back up here. Sorry for that awful view you guys had to suffer through. I put that in my Canon 518. I have R16, but I have neither battery. I read that. I'd be happy with a 6008. Don't know about a 7008 or 9008. The 9008 was a video camera. No, it works. I just have to spend even more money to use it. Maybe 3D print a cover. Wouldn't the sprocket hole patterns regulate super cause issues? No, they're exactly the same, Mike. Single 8. Oh, regular 8. I'm sorry. Wouldn't the sprocket hole patterns? Yeah, but this is single 8. Single 8 is Japan's version of Super 8. I think you probably knew that. And Single 8 and Super 8 are identical outside of the fact that Single 8, which was made in Japan, is a lot thinner. Mike Rook says, anamorphic, I just tested an adapter designed for the GoPro, holding that in front of a Bolex H16 reflex, around 5% either side vignetting, but it did squeeze. The iPhone had one more vignette. Ah, that's not bad. I would love to see somebody. There are tutorials where you can make your own anamorphic lenses and whatnot, but I want to see a really easy and simple way to adapt an anamorphic lens to like 16 millimeter. An easy way to do it, because it's tricky to make your own anamorphic lens. It can be done, but it's tricky. But like Jason was saying, maybe there's a way we could just use them off the projectors. Hey, there's Jim from the other side of the world. Mike, I wrote another episode of this camera. I have this hand for rest on the shoulder. Oh, Jim. Woo! Are you talking about a shoulder mount, Jim? Like it rests? Like a shoulder rest? It's worth it. Long live Eterna and Polaroids. Oh, it was a fantastic film, especially their daylight film. It's gorgeous. Eterna. I mean, I have a roll of something. 16 millimeter. Hold on. I can't remember what it is. Oh, and here's the, I just want to show you guys. We got a lot to cover, by the way. I was going to show you. Here's some Fujipan. Still sealed, but this is Single 8. And it's really, really old. Where's the date on it? March 1975. And I have quite a few of these. I think I got about 20 total. This is R200. I have some R50, I believe. But I also have this, Travis. I haven't shot this, of course. 250D. Negative. 250D negative. Daylight stock. Look at that. 100 feet, 16 millimeter. So I'm going to have to, I'm going to miss some chats. You guys know that. I'm going to miss some. There's an anamorphic M42 lens on eBay right now. What are they asking for it, Bonnie? Yes, Single 8 had a pressure plate. Super 8 was, yes. That's the other positive about Single 8. It's, image stability. Be careful over there. The 8008 was a video camera. X-Tall on eBay for $3,000. You know, you guys are going to laugh at me, but look them up. I've always wanted, and I know they had trouble with them, and there was very few ever made. I want a Bolex Pro 16 millimeter camera. A Bolex Pro. They're beastly looking. Beastly. They're so impractical looking, but I've always wanted one. I just love the look of them. I heard they're very difficult to load. They're quirky. They don't work right. But they're such cool looking cameras. Oh, it does, Barry. Your anamorphic makes everything noise heavy. Well, that's not good. Hey, Entity's here. YouTube failed. What? Evil Dead was shot on 16. Was that anamorphic? I know they transferred to 35. The Blu-ray looks like they shot it on 35. I don't know if they did that in anamorphic or not. I knew it was 16, but that's a good question, Gorilla. I don't know. Okay. I don't think I've shot Eterna 250D. I know, I want to try it. You shoot like bazooka. Oh, I got you, Jim. Okay. Yes, right. It was a TV news camera, but I love that big round magazine on the back, and it was big. It was like, yeah. Oh, I don't know. I just like the style. Okay, so I covered a couple of things. I'm excited about the Kodachrome. We're going to put that up right after the live stream. You're going to see that, my members. I bought something at a flea market yesterday. Check this out. I know, it's silly, but you guys all have these, but I haven't had one in a while. Check this out. It's made by Sears. This is the Sears version. Dual 8. And it works. Now the bulb, you know, it's got the pretty not bright bulb. See it turn on? Very manual. Everything works. It's not automated. You just got to crank it. It's a viewer editor. Viewer editor. So I paid $10 for this little viewer editor. Dual 8. You can switch right here. 8. Super 8. Like that. You just push in and pull out. It's plugged in. You got one. Yeah, these are nice. So for $10. And it came in a box. Look at this. There's the original box. Movie film editor viewer from Sears. But inside there were bonus gifts. There was a few bonus gifts included. It came with this, and I got a question for you people because you guys are good at research. Where's Steven? I need Steven. It came with a cement splicer, brand new. It doesn't even feel like it was ever used. Very heavy duty feeling, right? I don't cement splice, but you know, I might. Came with a jar of Kodak film cement that dried up about 60 years ago, and there's nothing in it. Okay, splicer. I mean, that's a $10 splicer, right? But I don't know the brand. Check this out. I'm going to show you guys something real quick. Figure out this brand for me. It's not LPL. It's not LPL. Okay. Here's the brand. See that little sticker on the bottom? It says that. It says that. I cannot figure out what that brand is. Yeah, I think just Gorilla Glue would probably work, like the fast drying Gorilla Glue, but it also came with an extra bulb, a little bulb, Osram. You guys know the Osram. 10 watt, 6 volts. So I have an extra bulb. It came with the manual, the entire manual, and I use these a lot. I use press tapes. I'm a tape splicer. It came with like a whole bunch, 8 and Super 8. I thought there were 16 millimeter in here too. Press tapes, right? Splicing tapes. And, you know, these are about $5 a pack when you buy them new. So I got my money's worth out of this for sure. It'll be fun for when I get these found films that were already developed, just to look at them real quick, just to view them, and I don't have to put them in my scanner just to see what's on the film. I'll put them in here. I don't need a projector. I just pop this out and I can review some films. That was the whole intention. $10 at my flea market. So that is that. What did I miss? Everything. Sold by Sears, made by Bea. I have some stuff by them too, Angus. Holy 70s. Beef up the light nose. Yes, you can, Mike, and I'm going to try to see what I can do with that. Oh, how'd it come out, Sprocket? You washed off the black stuff, the Remjet? That can be a pain. Single system sound. I like to see those Beaulieu TV news cameras. A proper editor. Yep. Nice. Old school editor. I have another one. Maybe I think I brought it out before. Google search the logo. Yeah, I didn't do an image search, a reverse image search, but I might. It's exactly like it is. Crestline branded. Crestline. I wonder if it could be Crestline. Somebody at my front door. Oh. Sometimes you can find LED bulbs which are able to fit in old bulb sockets. Yeah, I'm gonna experiment. If I'm being honest, I haven't even put film in it yet. I just got it yesterday. So I'm gonna doodle with it and see how well it works. I think it was the same company that made the game Crisis, according to Google. Really? Yeah, I knew you'd find it, Steven. Their projectors malfunction and burn a hole. Yeah, they quit doing them. Good old eBay should give you a good image. I know. And I'm even thinking about a different, I feel like even a different screen, but I don't know if I'm going to go that far on a $10 viewer. I know I used to have a ton of these, Mike, different types of these viewers, and I ended up getting rid of most of them, or all of them. Backing layer came off like a dream, but there seems to be nothing but a few faint images. The ghost of something I filmed. I did 2-hour stand development, you know, just for fun. What was your mix like, Sprocket? I'm just curious. When stand development, obviously you got to really dilute your developer, but still wanting a Katazo splicer. Those are expensive. Yeah. Sorry, that was a little bit of a joke. Okay. I didn't catch it. So anyway, that was my flea market find. We have some things I want to show you guys too. We do have 2 medium format old Tri-X sets that we're going to show you in just a minute. I do want to recognize my buddy Angus. You guys know him as Angus. I know him as Angus. So together, we know him as Angus. I'm not going to make sure I'm not showing his... Yeah, okay. Angus was kind enough to send me, and I did receive it. I got it, Angus. For both of my daughters. I have an older daughter and a younger daughter. To have fun. He sent these 2 funky... What the heck was that? Disposable cameras. Something just made a weird noise behind me. Disposable cameras that I'm going to let my girls run around and use. And then I'll develop those. Expiry in the 2000s, so they should be fine. 05 and 09. So thank you, Mr. Angus. And as part of the Angus archives, that's what I'm going to call them, he sent me 3 rolls of found film. 2 of which I know are fully exposed. A tricky, but not impossible, Kodachrome 2 with no film showing. And 97.36542% of the time, that means the film is fully exposed and it just kept winding into the inside. An Ektachrome 160 Type G is, boom, fully exposed. That'll be interesting. And lastly, Kodachrome 40, which has not been fully exposed. I don't really know how much yet is exposed. I can give you a rough idea. 1 second. Not a lot. So I'll have to shoot some of that just to see if what we have at the beginning of it. I would say that's maybe at best a quarter exposed. But as of right now, we have 2 solid donations by our good buddy, Mr. Angus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I showed these to my girls yesterday. They're like, you mean like we did before? Yeah, I want to do that. So that'll be fun. Thank you, Angus. Otherwise known as Angus. Yay! I did 1.5 liter water to about 1.5 tablespoons. Okay, so you really did dilute it. Good. Kodachrome is so tricky. How can you tell how much is left? No problem. So that's a good question. So when film starts out, when this roll of film is full, the full spool of it is on the label side of the film. And as it spools through, it fills up the opposite side here. So when you set it on a pencil, which a round pencil is more, you know, you're going to have better luck. I face the film toward me, right? And you center it. All right, so we might actually have more than I thought. So maybe half to 3/4 is exposed. Whatever way it falls, I can tell you if this was brand new, it would fall that way when you center it. It would keep falling on the label. When it's fully exposed, completely exposed, even when you lean it towards the label side, it still wants to fall against it. In fact, I want to make a little device with a little slider that actually gives you a better idea of exactly how much has been exposed. Film like this, where there's no film showing, if we do it here, I can almost guarantee you it's going to fall. We'll even cheat it to the label a little, and it's still falling to the full side, exposed side. So I've done enough of these to know that that's fully exposed. This one, I must have just rushed it a minute ago, but it's really starting to lean towards, yeah, half shot probably, my guesstimation. Pencil test nugs. No problem. Okay, so do you guys remember last week we had fun with Walt Disney World? Well, this week we're going to have fun with, and thank you, Angus, again. We're going to have fun with more Walt Disney World. Because we have 3, remember? These were found films. You guys remember these? Found films, they've never been opened. Kodak processed these films for this customer in 1971, sent them back to the customer, and the customer never opened them. Over 50 years ago. They've never been seen by anyone but an employee at Kodak. And that's going to be interesting. That's like real found film. That's like found film, like Angus sent. Because no one's ever seen it. They've shot it, but they haven't seen it. These are from the same batch. We watched Disney World 1972, film number 1, last week. This week we're going to watch Disney World film number 2. Disney World's the one in Orlando. Disneyland is the one in... Isn't it crazy? They never opened them. They're sealed. I showed you guys that last week. This band that Kodak puts on here, that's got the label on it. They cost 16 cents to send this. Now, if you send this, it's a minimum of $5.50 because it's a rigid object. So we're going to watch film number 2. Even the employee at Kodak probably never... Yeah, no, you're right. That's a good point. That's a good point. They don't watch them. They process them. They end up out of the processor on the reel, put it back in the box, boom, ship it away. I don't know why, Jim. It's weird. Pencil G test. Yeah. Glide shot. I know none of you have heard of that, but that was my company for almost 20 years. I did a video a long time ago. I'm going to show you guys a film in 1 second. But I did a video a long time ago. I want to show you guys something. I dug this out of my garage. And I've shown this before. This, I sold a lot of these. I used to design and build camera jibs. This one's brand new still. It's never even been taken out of the box. Until now, out of the bag. But these are what I made. This has been sitting in there for maybe 10 years. This is a camera jib that I built. Yep, still got all the packet of stuff. Instruction manual, the monitor bracket, everything is in here. The back insert bar. But this one's never been used. I don't know why I took this out, just to show you, I guess. But I do have another one. I don't know if I'm ever gonna, what I'm gonna do with this one. I guess I kept it as nostalgia, because I have one. Thanks, Gorilla. I sold thousands of jibs over that period of time. Thousands to 66 different countries. This is the one that I used. Same jib, but this is my used one. I'll show you guys what it does really quick. This is an adjustable 42-inch. It was mainly for subtle movement. That's really all it was meant to do. So let me just make sure all the pieces are here. I don't know. There's a little zipper pouch inside the bag with all the parts and pieces. Oh yeah, it's all here. A little bag of pieces, some clamps. So basically what you did, this was it here. It had different mounting holes on the bottom. I think later I added the 3/8 hole. So what you did to be able to adjust it easier is I added this bar to the back. This is solid aluminum machined. I had a little machine shop made in the USA, baby. And you would take this screw out here, this little thumb screw, insert the bar in the back. I don't want to drop this. That would get ugly. So you insert this bar into the back of the jib here, and then you would put the screw back in, like so, tighten it, and that stays. And then we had this bar that would go through the back, and you would put 2 cotter clips, which came with it. I'm not going to do it, but you would clip it here. And then you would just add weights, just standard barbell weights, just to let you guys know how a jib works. And then I had 2 other pins that you could put just so they don't slide off. But I also had clips to keep the weights snug. So then to fine tune, once you have your weights, to fine tune, you could release this and you could slide your weights back and forth like that. All right? But you also had this here, which you could adjust the extension of the jib itself like that. So you could, you know, and then tighten. And it's been a while. I shut this down in 2000 and, I don't remember, 4, 5? Whoa. No, 15, I think. 2000, not 4 or 5. So the theory is, obviously, boom. We've used these on every little movie that I've ever been on. I designed and built jibs specifically for certain shoots and stuff like that. Dollies, skateboard dollies, you know, all that kind of stuff. I did it for years. How much were they? Jim, this was a lot cheaper than it should have been. Well, and I ended up getting driven out of business by the ones not made in America. But it is what it is. They were, I'm trying to think, this model, I had a 4-foot version that did none of this. It was just 4 feet. That one sold for 130 bucks. This one was 2 something, 239, I think, somewhere in that range. Not expensive. Patents pending. Did you make I'll buy that for $1 I did not. I was, you know, I was bad. I did not do a lot of advertising. There were people that reviewed them and actually helped quite a bit over the years. So they did well. It is cheap. Yeah, it was too cheap. So while I'm putting this away, though, I want to show you guys this film before COVID. Yeah, I know. Saw one on eBay a few weeks ago for about 80 bucks. Yeah. The real question, did you ever use your own jib in a film? I did. Many. I did, Dave. Yeah, do a quick image search on the Splicer logo. No, Matt. I can't find it, Angus. I cannot find that logo. Thanks, Gorilla. Super shaky. Yeah, from wood it would be shaky. Everything is aluminum on these. And this is that aircraft aluminum. It was pretty easy to mill. I'm trying to remember. Is it 6064 or something like that? I can't remember. It's been a while since I worked with all this. So at one point I had about 5 people that were helping build these. We really got busy. All right, while I'm putting these away, I'm going to show you guys Disney Reel number 2. If we don't, we're never going to finish. Woohoo! Get your popcorn. We built temporary jibs out of PVC. Yeah, I've seen those. Get your popcorn. Get your popcorn. Here is, just get the lights, Disney number 2, Kodachrome 1972. That's crazy, Entity. I'm with you. I loved aircraft aluminum. Yeah. Silent. I remember that, Jeffrey. I remember having the little ticket books. Like the cut of your jib. The Simpsons episode, the time. Oh, yeah, Angus. Kodachrome was amazing. This one's a little tiny bit blown out, but man, you get the gist. Well, the family may have seen this one, Mike. It's the other ones that weren't open. I still haven't opened those 4. Yeah, I know, Dave. I love color film. Pretty groovy. I know, so little grain. It's such a slow speed film. And I got to tell you, that's the same film as this one, as that one that I shot. Same one, I believe. I don't think that, maybe that was Kodachrome 2, I don't know, but Kodachrome nonetheless. The one that I shot, that was sent to me by my buddy at Kodak. And the grain, there's a lot less grain. I mean, I got to tell you guys, it's interesting what you're going to see on this film later today. Beautiful memories of Disney World. A lot, I know. It's so expensive to go now. So expensive. So look, we're gonna break into these films now. Medium format, guys. Medium format. Today I repaired a 310 XL. I bought it as working for 60 bucks. Was very disappointed to find out it was not. Took it apart with just a loose solder joint that broke the circuit. The happy end. Oh, that's awesome. Anytime you have success like that, yes, document it. No, Jason, I did not denoise it at all. Yeah, it came out nice. And next week we're going to have number 3. We have the final in that little series. Disney World number 3. Same family. So listen, I got two banks of medium format film that I want to show you from our wonderful people here at Filmboy24. We have Steven at New World Film. Steven's here. You know him. You love him. New World Film. Steven shot a roll of 120 Tri-X, expired in 1987, with a Kodak Duoflex at f8. And I have his films, his photos. I can't remember how many are on there, but you'll see them in 1 second. And then right after his, we have Eric Matheson, our good buddy Eric, who was here. I think he's still here. Eric will be shown right after Steven, only because that just happens to be the order I set them. Eric is from Sweden, and he was sent a roll of 620 film. I can't remember when that film expired. I know all of the 120 was in 1987. I feel like it was either right around then or from the 60s. I can't remember, but I think it was 86. Eric used a Kodak Brownie 620. So with that, let's try to jump right into our buddy. It was the May of 1969. I'm going to make a note of that. So 5 of 69. All right. We're going to jump right in. This is the bad lens. Yeah, Steven had a little problem with the lens. I got to tell you though, Steven, I still like your photos. This isn't about how good or bad somebody technically is. This is about let's just having fun with our films. All right. If you don't know, I sent out a whole bunch of film to people all over the world, 17 rolls, and we're starting to get them back, and we're showing them. So without further ado, here is Steven at New World Film. I really like these, Steven. I really do. A lot. My fave, right there. Yeah, you did a much better job than you're giving yourself credit for, Steven. We got Steven's photos. Very, very well done. Yeah, I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit. Medium format photography it's not an exacting, well, it is an exact science that very few people can master. It really is. It's tricky. It's very tricky. Sometimes people work for a half an hour on one shot trying to get it focused properly. Not me. I work for about 3 to 4 seconds to get it focused. All right, so while we're in this sharing mood, let's take a peek at Eric. I believe you had 7 photos, right, Eric? Right? Now, Eric's film was from 1969. It was incredibly curled. Probably even stuck a little bit to the backing paper. That just happens. It happens. I shot 4 pictures of my 127 film so far. I'm taking my sweet time. You take your sweet time. You take your sweet time. Considering you were shooting film. Yeah, shooting in the snow is tricky. All right. Let's jump right into Eric 620 film. Here we go. That's my favorite. All right, maybe that one. Maybe that one. Man, you guys are honestly exceeding what I expected, to be honest, out of this old film. Thank you again to our buddy Gordon Webster for donating all of this film that I was then able to repurpose and send to various people. Always use a camera with a dialed-in rangefinder to shoot quickly till save boatloads of time. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I actually planned to video it, but kept forgetting to bring my little action cam. Yeah, you could have made a nice video with that. Mike says, nice shots. The snow shots were good, yeah. Very well done, Eric. That's what this is about, people. I said this last week. It's not about whose photos are better than whose, or who's technically better or anything. This is about some film that was donated to me. It's extremely old, expired years and years and years ago, right? That we're not throwing it away. We're having fun with it. So what did they say? Used to say there's no wrong answer. I mean, usually there's a wrong answer, but there's no wrong photos. There's not. I like that lakeside shot. Yeah, I know. I like it a lot. Thanks, Gordon. True G he is. I just thought of something. That black and white film looks good. And what if in the digital world use Topaz AI to change it to color? May benefit from the nice black and white film. I mean, might not be a bad idea. Somebody try it. It's amazing what you can do with that now. And it's only getting better, you know? Take it away. Can't look at it. Shivers in fear. Darkroom print of that lake shot is really good, Eric. Do it. Do a darkroom print of it. I'm a sucker for dead trees photographs. You guys know that. I said that a couple weeks ago. And you guys have not disappointed with them, with the dead trees. Sorry, Sprocket, I know. Yeah, you start talking AI to the film guys, you may get some backlash. AI is here to stay, no matter what we think, you know. And I think it can be used, if you do it right, it can be beneficial in a lot of ways. I wish I could use it properly to denoise some of my ridiculously loud old found films. I mean, some of it is so grainy, it's just kind of hard to make some details out. Ooh, I want to see them, Steven. Lake was ice covered, very surreal. See, I don't get that. We don't get ice covered lakes here. Damn it. How did you develop the 127? That was not 127 film. That was 620. But I don't know. I have... How did I develop 127? Oh, you can do it in a Patterson tank. There's a 127 setting, I believe. If you didn't mention the film was old, I wonder if anyone could actually tell. So far, they all look great. That's a good question, Mike. I mean, I'm pleasantly surprised at how well all of it has done so far. Adnol 1 to 50, 13 minutes. There you go. I know, they're great, aren't they, Mike? Patterson, I meant the chemicals. My bad, Sprocket. Yeah, it does do, but just while we're on that, you get 127 in the Patterson, right, I believe? And right in between the 126.20 and the 35, I think is 127. I think. I don't do a lot. I do some, but I don't do a lot of 127. Dead Tree coming this Halloween to a theater near you. Ooh. Clean up and denoise certain pics. I have been learning AI, and though I love old school, well, we can't deny that some of it needs to be cleaned up. I mean, there's a need for it. Right? I mean, I tried Neat Video. I bought it. Neat Video, it's called. And it's made to denoise. All it does to me, to my films, is it just sort of makes these amoeba-like, you know, movements all over my film. And it takes some of the grain away, but it detracts so much from the actual footage. I just can't quite get it dialed in to sort of denoise. And in a lot of cases, when you denoise things, it really just softens the image too. And I like a good sharp image. Let me see if next week we are going to see Limelight, our good buddy Limelight Darkroom. I have his photos ready to go. So we have him on deck. I don't have any others available right now. So if you have some or you want it to be shown, get them to me. I do have Mike at Flying O. His are coming to me now. So I'll get those developed and scanned. So maybe by next week we have Mike's. I don't know yet. We'll see. Question: shoot some Ektachrome 7251, 400 ISO. Plan to shoot at box speed. Open to any suggestions. I have 1,000 feet or more of this film. From what I found, E6 development might be the best. I have to look at my notes, Mike. I don't know if I would shoot. I don't know. And I also don't know if E6 is best for that. I've developed some old Ektachrome that was VNF1 in ECN2, and it came out better than when I developed it in E6. But I don't remember what film it is. You can use ECN2 on VNF1 film, as you can, which is video news film, obviously. And you can also do black and white. Try and accept my lab In Warsaw, just waiting for the scan link. Oh, did I? Oh, wait. Lyle, yours is done, and are you waiting for me to give you the folder to upload them to? Is that what you're saying? Because I can do that. I'm bad. Triax is at my lab in Warsaw, just waiting for the scan link. Okay, so you need the folder to upload them to, right? Which I can send to you. Yes, that's on me. 127 is 46 millimeter, not 35, possibly. Thing of 126 is 46 millimeter. So does it not? I don't have my Patterson tank in front of me, but the reels, do they not open up to 127, Rich? About a week, 127 for 1969. Send it on back, Rich. Was that Rich that was telling me that? Oh no, Super Cine. Who has a Patterson tank in front of them? I can't remember. Or just look at the bottom of the tank. I could swear, because 126 film is the same as 35 millimeter. But 127, I think you can open a reel in between 35 and 120, I believe is 127. It has to be, because I've developed lots of 127 film. By the way, any tips on developing the mystery films from the... Oh, Bonnie, I don't know. You're going to have to do a snip test. Because I don't know what film it is. I don't know. The best way to find out is just do a snip test. Yeah, and I do dunk tests. 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 9 minutes, you know. Different temps. That's the best way. See if it's got remjet on it. If it's black and white film, it won't. Of course, then again, the emulsion will be gray and not brown, like color film or old Kodachrome. Adding a little benzyl alcohol to E6 developer works really well for VNF. Brings out the color. That's nice to know. I thought I read that somewhere, but that would be a good idea. Yeah. How much do you put in? Do you have any idea, Super Cine? Pretty sure I've done 127 film on the Patterson reel, no problem. I think it's a setting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the middle setting, yeah. Assume that Starmind is 1/50th, right? I don't know, radios. First 4 shots are 400. The rest overexposed to see how much difference it makes. I think it's going to make a big difference, Sprocket. I think you might be really underexposing your 127. Is that, you mean the roll I sent you? Right? Yeah, I think you're gonna be underexposed if you shoot that at box speed. Oh, I missed Lyle. What did you say? No, the lab will send me digital files of the scans. I will send. Okay, good. Fine, but I thought the negative process instead of reversal would be an issue. No, I've done. No. I mean, it wasn't for me, but I don't know if I've done 7251 specifically. Some of those stocks are so old that they don't handle hot temps as either. That you'll melt the emulsion right off. Some of the older Ektachrome stocks needed a pre-hardener if you're going to, for the emulsion, to harden the emulsion before you put them through those crazy temperatures. So you may have to, you may have to do it in a cooler temp color for longer or black and white. I don't know. I have to look up 7251. In fact, I probably have some 7251. I have a lot of different Ektachromes. Okay, thank you, Super Senny. Here in a world where the sun burns cold and the wind blows colder, a visitor has come. If you can guess the quote, you're oddly here. Okay. Here in a world where the sun burns cold and the wind blows colder, a visitor has come. Sounds like a Clint Eastwood movie, but I don't know. I don't know, Entity. That's a good one. I'm not going to cheat and Google it. Oh, you got to get in. You got to get in the game, Cahill. start developing. Tri-X I forgot in the excitement that I needed to overexpose. Yeah, I would shoot it at 100, Sprocket. Because yours is even expired longer than the 120 stuff that we sent out. And 100 kind of seemed to be the sweet spot. Enemy Mine. Was it Enemy Mine? That dialogue was from the Alien 3 trailer. Alien 3. Matthew would know that. He is an alien man. I see a few 828 stocks for sale, but silly prices. In space, no one can hear your shutter fire. I don't know that one. 25 to 50. Okay. And Eric, was yours? Yours was 620, right? Yeah. So you could have even gone over a little more probably, right? So yeah, Sprocket, I'm leaning towards 50 to 100 ISO on yours. Alien tagline. Nice, Angus. All right, kids, listen, I'm going to have to run. 620 from 69, lots of fog. No, 4 stops over was perfect. All right, 50 to 100 is good. 50 to 100 should be good. I metered at 100. I hope. Well, I'll let you know, Mike, as soon as I get it. I'll let you know. I may have to backwind it for a day or two and let it rest a little because that film is so tightly wound. Just asked Eric. We talked about it. It's so tightly wound that I backwind it against itself, like I showed you last week. So I may do that for yours, just so it processes better, sits in the reel better. I've shot 4 or 5 rolls of that now, the 120 at 100 ISO, and it's come out fine. So I'm not worried about it, Mike. Great photos, everyone. Absolutely. Hit the thumbs up button, guys, before you leave. I really would appreciate it. Huge thank you to all my members. Look for it within a half an hour of when this stream is done. I will have the entire film posted on the community tab. Jim Cahill, I know you're not overly familiar with it. Hit membership, one of the tabs on your computer. All of the member content will come up. This will be the newest. And you'll see this film, 50-year-old Kodachrome, shot at box speed in its entirety. I will do a video on that eventually. And I'll show it again on a normal video, probably comparing it to some very similar stock shot in a very similar condition. So look for that. But thank you so much to all my beautiful members. And also thank you to everybody that comes here week after week after week, that watches the videos, that hits the thumbs up button, that subscribes, that I'm just going through the motions. I have to do this because I have to thank everybody. Because I can't do it without you. I don't do these if you guys aren't here. You know that. Okay? Okay. So we will be back. We're going on vacation mid-March, so we're going to miss 2 weeks of live streams. I apologize. Telling you in advance. But we haven't missed a week yet in 2025, and I'm doing as many as I possibly can. Click on perks? No, Jim. Nope. Just go to my channel. If you're already a member, go to my channel, the main channel page, and there's a bunch of tabs. Videos. I don't know all the tabs offhand. But one of them will either say posts, or community, or members, or memberships, I believe. Click it. If you have any trouble, you get with me, I'll send it to you. Guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate all of you. I love you all like family. I wouldn't do it without you. And I will see each and every single one of you. Hopefully you come back. Thank you to the new people, the new faces. I appreciate you guys. Please come back. I got a lot more fun things to talk about next week. And we're going to have, at minimum, Limelights photos next week. Medium format. Thanks, Jim. And I'll see everybody next week. Love you guys.